Okay, let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Alright, well this is Kat from An Itty Bitty Homestead, and tonight we are going to make pork tenderloin in the Instant Pot. And I ran the recipe through the Weight Watchers app, and I plugged in all the numbers. And for one serving, which is a quarter of this piece, well, this is a little shy on weight, but a quarter of this piece, so if you divide it into 4 pieces, you know, about a quarter like that, is 3 points based on my calculations. It's also telling me that the pork itself is 10 points, so I'm not sure how accurate this is, but we'll give it a shot, okay? But I am going to count points anyway. So now what I have here is my bowl, and I'm using my GoPro, so I can't see if you guys can see me or not, but I think you can. All right, so the recipe calls for 1.5 pound pork loin, and so adjust this accordingly, okay? Then it calls for 1 clove of garlic, but I have a jar here, and half a teaspoon equals 1 clove, but I am a garlic junkie, so I am going to put in a whole teaspoon. Doesn't change the points, so there you go. And I don't know how this company calls that minced, but I call that chopped, but okay. Or maybe it is chopped. It is chopped. Never mind. I'm losing it. All right. Now we're going to need, it calls for a seasoning blend, but basically it's just whatever seasonings you like, okay? So I always like lemon on my pork. And you're going to use 1 tablespoon. Let me rinse off this garlic. And use 1 tablespoon of a seasoning blend, and basically it's any spices you want. If you want this peppery, if you want it hot, and you can use more than 1 teaspoon. You use what you want, make it your own. You know, I'm going to use a little bit more, like 1.5. And we'll see how I like that. Okay, then it calls for 1 cup of chicken broth. I'm going to use onion broth because I think pork tenderloin or pork period goes good with onions. So I have this broth that I did a year ago, January. There we go. Oh, smells good. Actually, I'll say it smells pretty neutral. It doesn't smell very oniony. So I'm going to add a little bit more, because then I'm going to add some onion flakes to this. Okay. And dehydrated chopped onions, probably is going to add a little bit to this, but I don't think enough to even bother, because I'm just going to add like a tablespoon, and that's going to go over all of everything. So when it's all said and done, I don't believe it'll change the points, but if you want to be really fussy about it, or really good about it, I should say, probably like I will do, I will just add an extra point. Okay. Now it calls for Dijon Mustard. Okay, so I have spicy brown mustard, it's closest I've got, and we are going to use 2 tablespoons of that. That's going to give it a nice little spice, yeah. Okay. And then we're going to want 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Did I say a tablespoon? I did. Now I am not adding any salt. Worcestershire sauce is salty enough. So that's good enough for me. And okay, that's it. Now let's get a whisk. Oh, forgot the honey. 2 tablespoons of honey. Oh my. Okay, mix this off. And I even went back and made sure I added that in. That's what turned it 3 points from 2 points. So if you don't want to add the honey, take 1 point off. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, put that drain in there. Okay. Okay. Now let's whisk this all together. Smells pretty good. Okay, so got my Instant Pot here. So we're going to carefully pour that in there. Going to open our pork loin. Okay. Now, carefully put that in there. Coat it really well with the liquid. See if I can get some of the garlic up on the top. Okay. Let's go bring this over to the Instant Pot. Okay. Alrighty, now let's see what you can see. Alright. So we're going to put this in the Instant Pot. Put down the lid. On the power, and then we are going to set our timer to manual and 30 minutes and let it go. All right, when this is done cooking, when the 30 minutes are expired, I'm going to let it naturally release pressure for about 5 minutes, and then I'll do a quick release. All right, and I'll bring you back when this is all done. Okay, GoPro, stop recording. Quick release. Just lift the lid away from you. Avoid the steam. Get the roast out of here. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, and I got lots of liquid in there. So we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to turn this to See, I'll saute. Okay. Now I want to make sure this is really mixed up well. I'll show you what this looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay. And there we go. So I'm going to bring it to a boil first and then stir this in. Okay, cornstarch is all dissolved. Got my whisk handy. And to speed this up, I'm going to put this lid on. And I'll bring you back as soon as this is recording. I mean, as soon as this is boiling. Okay, there you go, it's boiling. So now while whisking, I am going to pour in the cornstarch slurry. There we go. All right, so this is done. I think it's probably as thick as it's going to get. I don't want to add any more cornstarch because that will actually add points. So I'm going to turn that off. And let's go over here. I'm getting my dish ready. Okay. There's our beautiful roast. Pork loin roast. So let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. So let's see. Like 1, 2. Okay, so I can do a little more, like one more slice. All right. It might be putting me over a little bit, but I don't think so. I'm still just finishing my first week, so I will say my blood sugars have dropped down dangerously low a couple times already. So I am going to splurge and buy myself some Coke 1. Don't know if that will help my blood sugar since it doesn't really have any real sugar in it, but I got to do something. Okay, I'm going to bring this over here. That look yummy. Next time I might add some mushrooms to this. All right, so there you go. That's my dinner. All right, should we do a taste test? Let me get a picture first, and then we'll...
I can't take videos yet.
All right. Google thinks I'm talking to it. Okay, let's see how this is. Mmm. That is so good. Yum. Okay. All right, this is a keeper, and we'll make this again. So, if you like this video, please subscribe to my page, like, and share. This is really good. 4 Weight Watcher points for this serving. These are nothing. I spritz these with a little bit of lemon juice and some seasoning. And yeah, that's it. So really tasty dinner. And I'm going to go enjoy it while it's still warm. Thanks again for stopping by. See you soon.